I hate super PACs, even though I work at them, or I volunteer, I help, I do stuff. I think this was another tinkering where we said we have to get money out of politics. And Republicans and Democrats got together and said, we're going to get this money out of politics and we're going to free it up. And ever since Barack Obama got out of public financing of campaigns in 2008, the money going into politics has been geometric year after year. John Kerry spent $91 million to run for president. Hillary Clinton spent $2.5 billion. So now, I'm a big fan of campaign spending. In one sense, we spend $800 million a year on pet costumes at Halloween. So I think putting a few $1 billion to decide who runs this country is worth the money.
That was Rob Collins, Republican political strategist, October 3rd, 2024, speaking at the New York University John Brandeis Center, a panel discussion on the state of politics and the 2024 election. Rob Collins' numbers on how much money is spent on presidential campaigns drew our attention. And so did his mention of Halloween. $800 million a year in pet costumes? That's a lot of pet costumes. Many different things you can say about that, but for us here at C-SPAN's The Weekly, it means one thing, a Halloween podcast. Because Halloween approaching, plus the current presidential campaign, equals this episode. It's time to hear how they talk about Halloween on the presidential campaign trail.
Do you know any social studies, media, or literature teachers in grades 6 through 12? Encourage them to participate in C-SPAN Student Cam video documentary competition. With the upcoming November election, we're asking young people to address the theme, Your Message to the President. What issue is most important to you or your community? $100,000 in cash prizes will be awarded to students and teachers. To learn more, go to studentcam.org.
In 2024, Rob Collins mentioned Halloween costumes. So did George H.W. Bush, running for re-election in 1992. And he mentioned a whole lot more costumes than just pets. On Halloween, President Bush was in the back of a moving train on a campaign journey through Wisconsin, on his way to Oshkosh. And he was waving at and pointing out kids on the side of the tracks.
Good to see you guys. Thanks a lot. Oh, look at the witch there. And also the princess. All right. It's going to work. It's going to work. Oh, come on, fella. Hi, you guys. Look at the pirate. There's the pirate. Happy Halloween. It's a turtle. Look at it.
Driver, can you get up?
A turtle and three witches. How you going? Thank you all. Hi, Cajun Bunny. Halloween Bunny. Victory. Character. That's what it's all about. Hey, kids. Now, oh, you look great. Happy Halloween. Hey, thank you. Viva. Arriba. Thank you.
Another costume mentioned on October 30th, 2007, a debate during the Democratic presidential primary. During the legendary lightning round, moderator Brian Williams asks Barack Obama the Halloween costume question.
Senator Obama, we started with you. Let's take a stab at this one. Tomorrow, of course, is Halloween. You will go as what?
Well, we haven't decided on the costume yet. I know my 9-year-old is going as a mad professor, and my 6-year-old is going as a witch. I will be accompanying them. I am thinking about wearing a Mitt Romney mask, which I think will really, but it has two sides to it. It goes in both directions at once.
Of course, the Republican nominee in 2008 wasn't Mitt Romney, it was John McCain. And during a campaign speech in Springfield, Virginia, John McCain worked in Halloween.
Now, let me mention to you something that you've seen every 4 years. Every 4 years, the Democrats roll out these ads, try to scare seniors over Social Security and Medicare, last night was Halloween, they were rolling it out.
Now, Joe Biden, October 31st, 2012, Ocala, Florida, campaigning for re-election as vice president.
They actually believe another $2 trillion in tax cuts for people making over $1 million a year will somehow stimulate the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, we've seen that movie before, and we know how it ends. And on Halloween, it's a horror movie how it ends.
Let's go back to 1988. Here's Michael Dukakis, the Democratic presidential nominee campaigning at Cerritos College in Norwalk, California. It's October 31st.
And you're going to see ads about crime again. It's trick-or-treat time, isn't it?
In 1996, Republican Senate leader Bob Dole made good use of Halloween when he ran against President Bill Clinton. In fact, at least 3 times in 3 different places. A Halloween trifecta. The first, 4 days before Halloween, October 27th, 1996, in California.
I don't see any senior citizen here, but if you know one. Well, there is one. I found one. All right. There's always one in the crowd this size besides me. So, remember what Bill Clinton's doing now. He's out there trying to frighten everybody. It's not even Halloween. We got to wait a couple of weeks for that.
Next, 4 days later, in Florida, on Halloween itself.
It's good to be in Tampa, and of course today is Halloween. All the kids are dressing up, doing scary things. That's the way it is in the White House every day.
And the day after Halloween.
As the governor said, this is our weekly visit to Ohio. I'm glad to be back in Columbus. Haven't been here for a week. Yesterday was Halloween, and it's the day the kids all dress up and do scary things. It's sort of the way the White House is every day, the Clinton White House.
We couldn't find Halloween mentions or metaphors from Donald Trump when he ran for president in 2016 or 2020. But here he is on October 22nd, 2022, in Texas, campaigning for Republicans.
We are a nation where fentanyl and all other forms of illegal drugs are easier to get than formula for our beautiful little babies. And where mothers and fathers are scared with Halloween that their children will be given deadly drugs like fentanyl by sick and demented people.
And now, a bonus clip. Not from a presidential candidate, a Senate candidate. A Senate candidate who used a TV ad to respond to allegations she dabbled in witchcraft.
I'm not a witch. I'm nothing you've heard. I'm you. None of us are perfect, but none of us can be happy with what we see all around us. Politicians who think spending, trading favors, and backroom deals are the ways to stay in office. I'll go to Washington and do what you'd do. I'm Christine O'Donnell, and I approve this message. I'm you.
That was Christine O'Donnell, Republican Senate candidate in Delaware, speaking directly to the camera in her first ad for her 2010 campaign against Democrat Chris Coons. The Not a Witch TV ad was released on October 4th, just 27 days before Halloween and its many witch costumes. By the way, turns out that Democrat Chris Coons, who won that Delaware Senate race, well, he wasn't a witch either. That's it for this episode of C-SPAN's The Weekly. We hope it was spook-tacular. A reminder, you can do your own searches in the C-SPAN video library. Just go to cspan.org and use the search bar on top. Find many more references in politics to Halloween. Plus, search other frightening holidays. Like, if you're going to be with family and talk politics over dinner, search Thanksgiving. As for Halloween, what will your costume be? We hope you go dressed as the C-SPAN radio podcast, The Weekly. And if you get any trick-or-treaters knocking on the door, tell the kids to subscribe and listen to The Weekly. Then, instead of candy, give them salad. Thanks for listening, and happy searching.